Hi, my name is Josh Newman. It's my honor and privilege to serve as your state senator. And I believe my job isn't just to serve you, but it's to bring Sacramento closer to you. That's why today I'm in the state capitol and I'm interviewing Mr. Mac Taylor, who serves as a legislative analyst for the state legislature. Good morning, Mr. Taylor.
Good morning.
So, for constituents in my district watching at home who may not be familiar with your office or what it does, can you tell us a little bit about what the legislative analyst does?
Of course. The office was created over 75 years ago, was one of the first of its kind in the nation. And at that time, the legislature really didn't have its own staff. It was dependent on the executive branch, which is just not a tenable position to be in. So the office was created, and over the years, we've been known for our budget work. Every year when the governor comes out with his budget, we critique it, assess it, try to give the legislature options and alternatives to what the governor is proposing. In that same capacity, we are the only other entity other than the administration which does forecast of the economy, of revenues and expenditures. And again, so the legislature is not dependent on the executive branch. So we really view ourselves as institutional capacity for the legislature.
And so you are the legislative analyst. Can you tell us a little bit about your staff, how many folks you have working for you, and what do they do on a daily basis?
We have about 55 people. They all have particular program area responsibilities. Someone will be in charge of corrections, and another person overseeing the University of California or the California State Universities. And basically, we're there to provide rigorous analysis of proposals that come before the legislature. And my job really is just to ensure that analytical rigor, to make sure that whatever written product we put out is thoughtful, is helpful to the members. And I also feel like it's an important duty of mine to ensure that the office is operating in a nonpartisan way. We've always been known for that, of being nonpartisan, which means we're going to go where the data leads us, and we're going to give the same answer to a Republican that we would give to a Democrat.
Now, you mentioned the budget, Mac. Now, Governor Brown presented his revised budget on May 12th, and have your staff and you had a chance to look at it, and what are your assessments so far?
Yeah, because we get so much of our revenue from the personal income tax, and taxes come in obviously at April 15th as people make their final payments, we have to sort of update the budget from its January initial proposal. And we basically have been fairly positive with the governor's proposal. He's been cautious in making new commitments. And he's put a lot of importance on building up reserves. And we think that's really important because we're at the sort of end of a recovery. The state has a very volatile revenue structure, and should the economy head south, we could lose a lot of money very quickly. So we think it is important to be cautious and to build up those reserves that help you should the economy sort of go down.
So I'm a state senator of one of 40, there's 80 assembly people. What can I and my fellow legislators do to consider and act on your recommendations?
Well, again, we hope that the analysis that we provide, and in many cases we do provide you with options and recommendations, we hope that that just improves your decision making. And probably the best way that you can use that information is in your policy hearings. You're a member of several policy committees. But that and the budget subcommittee process, the hearings that you hold on the budget, using that information to ask tough questions to the administration, raise issues that maybe you hadn't thought about before or weren't raised in a different capacity. So again, we're not as concerned about you follow exactly what we might recommend as much as that we hope that the information that we provide you helps in your decision-making process.
I will try and do exactly that. So thank you, Mac, for taking the time to spend some time with me and my constituents today. And thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to learn more about the LAO, about the Senate, or ask questions or voice your opinions on issues of importance to you, I'd welcome it. So please contact me or my staff. Thanks very much.